Okay, good afternoon. Okay, as they say, good afternoon. It's Friday. I feel a little more excited. I'm so happy to welcome you as we gather to celebrate one of our newest associate judges. We are fortunate to be here together with Judge Tunnage at his name Unveiling. This is sort of a new thing that we've been doing, unveiling the names instead of investitures at this point. We appreciate really the focus, the commitment, and the humility that Judge Tunnage brings to the bench. We are privileged to have him as a colleague and as a judicial officer on the Superior Court. He adds to the really distinguished judges in our bench, sort of in a way that we're very fortunate to have. Due to COVID, we do not have all of our colleagues here with us today because we're trying to be careful and trying to be safe, but we really do want to celebrate the elevation of all of these new judicial officers. Many of Judge Tunnage's and our colleagues are participating virtually, so they are here with you, Judge Tunnage, albeit not in person. I know they're excited for you. There's plenty of work to share. And it's a lot of fun to have new wonderful colleagues. So at this time, I'm going to welcome our honored guests this afternoon, two special members of Judge Tunnage's family, Juan Ruiz Roja. If you can just, let's see, there you go. Welcome so much. You're part of our family now. And you'll be calling us saying, when is he coming home? Why is it? He's working so hard. And, and Alec, welcome, Alec. Welcome to the Superior Court. Of course, I should tell you that Chief Judge Blackburn Rigsby from the Court of Appeals would be with us, but she is attending a board meeting for the National Association of Women Judges. And I was pleased to be with her there until this morning. But otherwise she would be here. I want to welcome Judges Edelman, Judge Edelman, Judge DeMayo, Krauthammer, and Christian of the Superior Court. They've joined us here today in support of Judge Tunnage. And of course, Miss Sabrina Dimson, the clerk of our court, is always responsible with the other court staff and her staff in particular in organizing these investitures, name unveilings, and installations, and a host of other things. Even our courtroom, she helps us with so much. And so, Ms. Dimson, thank you for all you do. On September 30th, 2021, President Joseph Biden Jr. nominated Donald Walker Tunnage to be an associate judge of the DC Superior Court. The United States Senate confirmed his nomination on February 7th, 2022, and Judge Tunnage was sworn in on February 28, 2022. Before becoming a judicial officer, Judge Tunnage was a career attorney for the U.S. Department of Justice for more than 21 years. He represented the U.S. in the Enforcement Division of the Civil Rights, in the Civil Rights Division, in enforcing civil rights and protecting individuals' rights to fair housing, equal employment, and constitutional rights to be free from excessive force and to have privacy. During his tenure with the Justice Department, Judge Tunnage was a distinguished trial litigator who appeared in more than 10 federal district courts across the nation and was especially recognized and commended for his excellent performance. Prior to joining the Department of Justice, Judge Tunnage was an assistant state public defender in Miami, Florida, where he handled criminal appeals of indigent persons and made appearances in all of the courts at the state level in Florida as well as in the federal system. And he even handled a case involving a question of first impression in the Supreme Court of Florida. a native of Fort Lauderdale, not a bad place to live, and the only child of his public school parents who were educators. His parents were educators in the public school system. He received his Bachelor's of Art degree in sociology from Morehouse College. And so that's a proud tradition. I'm sure that you're maintaining. You've heard of the Morehouse Man. For those of you who are familiar with historically Black colleges, there he was inducted into Phi Beta Kappa and graduated magna cum laude. Judge Tunnage earned his JD from Duke University, and he holds a master's in public policy from the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. So Judge Tunnage, we are so thrilled you're here. And it was fun to hear about your experience in judging chambers where you handle different issues from soup to nuts. And we look forward to having you do more as you've worked on foreclosure and so many issues already. At this time, I'm going to have our clerk of the court, Ms. Dimson, come up, and she will read the commission from the White House. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And I'm going to first acknowledge Dr. Cheryl Bailey and Mr. Herb Roussan. Dr. Bailey is our executive officer and Mr. Roussan is our deputy executive officer. Thank you for joining us. Today, I actually have the honor of allowing a White House representative to read the commission, and I'll call him up in a minute. I first want to say thank you to all of the staff who helped to coordinate this event with and for Judge Tunnage, including his staff, Cassandra Gaspard and Jeremy Moritzen, as well as I see his courtroom clerk, Jessica Aparici, is there. And then the chief staff, Willa Obel, helps us out, as well as Stephanie Lease. And then my staff, Denise Briscoe-Lee, Kia Darby, George Barber, Michelle Jane, Tamara Roberson, who's not here, Monica Wilkerson-Smith, as well as missing someone, Jessica. So it takes a village to put this event together, put these events together, and I always want to acknowledge those who have helped us to get to this point. So thank you all. Now I will ask Mr. Justin Dews to come up and read the commission. Mr. Dews is the Associate Counsel in the Office of the White House Counsel.
Before I read the commission, I just want to say it's an honor to be here to have the opportunity to read your commission. And my current colleague and your former colleague, Tona Boyd, wishes she could be here and sends her regards. But we both know that you are going to serve the citizens of DC with integrity, fairness, and a commitment to the rule of law. So we're incredibly proud to have nominated you and appointed you to this position. And with that, I will read the commission. Joseph R. Biden, Jr., President of the United States of America, to all who shall see these presents, greeting. Know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the integrity and ability of Donald Walker Tunnage of the District of Columbia, I have nominated, and by and with the advice and consent of the Senate, to appoint him an Associate Judge of the Superior Court of the District of Columbia for the term of 15 years, and do authorize and empower him to execute and fulfill the duties of that office according to law, and to have and to hold the said office with all the powers, privileges, and emoluments thereunto of right appertaining unto him the said Donald Walker Tunnage, subject to the conditions prescribed by law. In testimony whereof, I have caused these letters to be made patent and seal of the United States to be hereunto affixed. Done at the city of Washington, this 22nd day of February, in the year of our Lord, 2022, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 246th. Signed by President Joseph R. Biden, Jr., and Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken. Judge Tunnage, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Dews. I thought you were a member of the family. I know we've been meeting with people from the White House because we need more judges, but maybe I've seen you on screen and not in person. Welcome. And certainly to our executive officer and our deputy executive officer,
Thank you so
Dr.
much.
Bailey and Herb Roussan, welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad you could make it. Judge Tunnage, I'm going to ask that you come up. And I'm going to ask if you can come up as well with your son. So do we have the Constitution? Okay.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You gonna hold the Constitution?
Okay, there you go. That's great.
Good job.
Raise your right hand. Okay, great.
Oh.
You're ready? Are you ready?
I am
Take the
now.
oath?
I am.
Okay. So I'm going to say I, and then you just say I in your name, and then repeat after me. Okay?
Okay.
I
Donald Walker Tunnage,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will administer justice
that I will administer justice
without respect of persons
without respect of persons
and do equal right to the poor and to the rich.
and do equal rights to the poor and to the rich. Alec.
He's good. Don't worry. Don't teach. He's like, let him do it. And that I will faithfully and impartially
And that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as an associate judge
as an associate judge
of the Superior Court
of the Superior Court
of the District of Columbia,
of the District of Columbia,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
and agreeably to the Constitution and the laws of the United States,
and agreeably to the Constitution and to the laws of the United States,
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
that I take this oath
that
freely
I take this oath freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of an associate judge
of an associate judge
of the Superior Court
of the Superior Court
of the District of Columbia.
of the District of Columbia.
Okay, let's give him a round of applause. Yes. Okay, I'm going to have you take, you can take your seat for a moment. I'll now ask Ms. Dempson to unveil Judge Tunnage's name, and I'll stand here with you.
Okay.
Okay, you're good. Now, we know he likes to be called Dondi, but we have his formal name there, Donald Walker Tunnage. We need you, of course, but we're very excited to have you. I'm going to thank as well all of the staff who worked to coordinate this event, and all of the people who are here and our staff who have faced so many challenges due to COVID, but have made it work for the court and work for all of us. And of course, to all of our colleagues and friends of Mr. Tunnage, Judge Tunnage and his family, his admirers, thank you for coming out. I want to ask you to just give us a minute, and we're gonna take a couple photos with Judge Tunnage, and then we're gonna go where, Ms. Dempson? To room 2500 on the second floor for some brief refreshments, right? And to spend time with Dondi. So give us a minute just to take photos, and some of the staff will escort us. Okay, thank you.